Alright lads, this one here, an inequality question, okay? Solve the following inequality. 1 plus 4x, the modulus of that is greater than 1. Now, we generally square both sides, don't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to get is 1 plus 4x is greater than, squared is greater than 1 squared. Now please remember, squaring both sides does not affect the inequality. If you had a 5 is if you had 5 is bigger than 3, let's say, what would happen if you squared both sides?
15 is bigger than 9.
25 is bigger than
sorry, yeah, 9.
9.
Sorry.
Okay? Both sides are positive, aren't they? Which has to be positive though, doesn't it? Because moduluses are always positive, right? So that's grand. Right? So moduluses are always positive. So it's basically this can either be 0 or bigger than, has to be bigger than 0, doesn't it? A modulus of anything has to be bigger than 0. Like what's the modulus of minus 7? 7. It can never be smaller than 0, can it? Okay, so that's correct. Now, what you're going to do is square it out. You do the Rory, you get 1 plus 8x plus 16x squared greater than or equal to 1. The 1's cancel, leaving behind 16x squared plus 8x greater than 0. This is a quadratic equation, it's just not a reference number, that's all. Okay, what can you take out?
8x.
Sorry?
8x.
8x bracket 2x plus 1. Now, what shape is this, by the way? What shape is that graph?
U.
It's a U-shaped graph. Okay? It's a U-shaped graph. Now I'm going to figure out where does it intersect the axis, right? So, actually, I'll just take away the U for a second. Okay. Now, 8x is equal to 0. That means x equals 0, or 2x equals minus 1, x is equal to minus a half.
You don't do x is greater than 0.
I'm about to do it, just give me a second. I didn't teach us that way. I taught us to equal 0 at the start, draw your graph, and then find out what region you're looking for, so I wouldn't have taught you that way. Alright? So, it's minus a half and 0. So that's 0 there, and that's minus a half there. Everybody cool with that? Are we looking for it to be bigger than 0, or what are we looking for? Or smaller than 0?
Smaller than.
Bigger than?
Bigger than 1, so it's bigger than 0,
Yeah. Sorry, what I'm asking you to look at is this part here.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so that'll be this part here, and this part here. So, any number smaller than minus a half would do, wouldn't it? And any number bigger than 0. Who got that?
I think it's the last part.
Yeah. But once upon a time, you guys were destroying that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And you swear, just remember it, don't you?
Yeah.
You were saying that's easy. So you just got to get yourself back to your old level before any big exam. And you went back at your old level. You didn't have. I imagine you didn't have enough time to do a couple of them. So that's what happens. Now, this one's tough. I wouldn't give anybody any problems with not getting this one now, right? Because this was a tough question. Okay, so S is equal to log by expressed in terms of x. 4 log b y squared minus log b root y plus log b y squared. Alright. Now, I'm going to start off with something here. I'm going to ask you, am I allowed or am I not allowed? Right? So the first things, can anybody tell me what could I change this to? Just imagine this is a generic log, and that's a 3, and that's a 2. What can I do with that 2?
Log, bring it to the square.
So I could change that to log 3 squared. Everybody happy enough with that? Now, imagine this. Imagine log x squared. What can x squared have in the x squared?
2.
So it'll be 2 log x. Everybody right with that? Can anybody tell me what is log xy? What can I do with log xy? Log x plus log y using the addition rule. Everybody right with that? Now, if I had this log x squared y, what can I do with that? Can I bring the 2 to the front? No, because the 2 would have to be working on both of them, not just one of them. So here's what you'd have to do. You can do it like this. You'd split them first, everybody ready? And you get log x squared plus log y. And then you can get 2 log x plus log y. Is everybody on board so far?
Yeah.
Now, if that was log x squared y squared, if that was log, let's say xy 2b squared, what could you do this time? There's 2 ways you can do it. You can bring the 2 to the front, you can say it's 2 log xy, and then you can say that's 2 multiplied by, anybody? Keep paying attention, there's lots of tricks here. That's log x plus log y, which is 2 log x, 2 log y. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Now, or at the very beginning, what I could have done was I could have multiplied in by the square, and I could have said log x squared y squared, broke it up this way, and then bring the 2's to the front, and I still get 2 log x plus 2 log y. Everybody familiar with what I've done so far?
Yeah.
Haven't even started the question yet, have I?
No.
But that's the basics that you need to have mastered to make this happen. Okay, so here's what you're going to do next. So, I'm going to ask you to bring the... Oh yeah. Forgot about this. You could technically bring the 4 in there, but it'd make it's not a mistake. Right, but what I'd do before that is I'd break them up. So what do we get here? Break up the b and the y squared.
Log
B base b plus
log b base y.
y squared base b.
With 2 from
Sean's on a winner there. He said, why don't you just bring the 2 in front of here? Yeah? And what does it tell me that s is? S is log y base b. So it's going to be 4 times, and what's b base b?
1.
And there's 1 plus 2s. 4 times 1 plus 2s. And that is only for this part here. Haven't touched the other part yet. Okay? What about the next part, Sean? Log b y to the power of a half.
Bring the half.
A half log y base b. What is y base b?
S.
So a half s. Then at the very end,
Bring the 2 to the front.
you could bring the you can do it several ways. Bring the 2 to the front. Okay, I'm just going to work on this one now. 2 to the front. You're allowed to bring the 2 to the front because the 2 is squaring the b and the y. If it was by squared without the brackets, could I bring the 2 to the front?
No.
Because the 2 is only affecting the y, not the b. It has to be everything squared. Okay? So there's 2 ways of doing this. I'll do both ways of doing it for you. The first one is bring the 2 to the front and log b base by. Then what can you do?
Log b base b plus log y base b. So that's 2 bracket 1 plus f.
There you go. You're very close to being done, aren't you? The other way of doing this, which I've expanded upon earlier, was that you could have said it was log b base b squared and y squared. You could have broken it up as log b squared base b plus log y squared base b. You could bring the 2's to the front, couldn't you? and that's 2 plus 2s, which is exactly what you're going to get underneath there. So many ways to do the log. So it's going to be 4 plus 8s plus a half s plus 2 plus 2s. I count 6 there to you. 4 plus 2, 6. 8.5 plus 2, 10.5. 6 plus 10.5s. Right, nobody got that. I don't even think. What's the highest? Let's say the highest. It was out of 10, I think. Let's say.
Was that 15?
That's 15. Say the highest mark might have been 8 at best.
You got 9.
Yeah, 9. 9. Fair enough. Right, so. Merry Christmas. Now, alright guys, look at this one now. Perpendicular lines, and this is going to be useful for everybody here. This happens towards ordinary level as well. What does perpendicular mean? Exactly. Why am I using? Alright, I think your main problem is ruling out other equations. Would you agree with that? Ruling out other equations is your main problem. Would you agree with that? I'm going to write down an equation, and you guys got to explain why it's the wrong choice. What's this equation generally used for? You're given a line, and you're given a point off the line. And what this equation does is get you the distance of the point to the line. How many lines are you usually given? You're usually given one line and one point that's not on the line. Would you agree with that? Do you see anything there? Does it say anything about distance? Does it ask you to find the distance? Does it tell you the distance? If it doesn't ask you to find the difference, Rory, and it doesn't tell you what the distance is, more than likely this equation has absolutely nothing to do with what we're doing. Everybody agreed? So I'm ruling that straight up. Done. I next come across the other one where I say tan theta equals m1 minus m2 all over 1 plus m1 plus m2. When is that equation used? When you have two lines, okay, and when you have two lines and you're told the angle between the two lines. Would you agree with that? Now technically you're told that it's 90 degrees, aren't you? So most of you guys could argue that that's 90 degrees right there. What's tan 90 degrees, just out of interest? Tan 90 degrees is a maths error. That means that formula cannot be used for you right now. So that's no good. Okay? Or, I don't want to get too technical, I have a really good thing there, but it's going to make things worse rather than better. Okay, so we also have another method that we would have learnt off back in the day. What was the other method? The other method was that when you have two lines that are perpendicular, what happens when you multiply their slopes by each other? You get -1, don't you? Now, what's the slope of this line here?
3.
No. 4y equals 3x minus 12, agreed?
True.
Y equals 3 over 4x minus 3. Using y equals mx plus c, what's the slope?
-4 over 3.
The slope is 3 over 4. Just give me a second. The slope is 3 over 4, yeah? Now, so slope of this one is m1 is 3 over 4. What would the perpendicular slope have to be?
-4 over 3.
It would have to be -4 over 3. And this slope that's -4 over 3, it contains the points A and B. Would you agree with that? 2 points are A and B. It's perpendicular to AB. This means that the slope of AB is -4 over 3. What formula could I use next to find the value of t? What's the slope formula? You agree with that? And I can use that as x2, y2, and this one as x1, y1. What do I get? T, I'll use a capital T, okay, because it looks a lot like my plus signs. T minus what or plus what? Plus 1 divided by 7 minus 4, which is 7 minus 4 is 3, isn't it? Now, T plus 1 over 3 is the slope, isn't it? And what's the slope equal to? The slope of the line AB. Minus 4 over 3. The 3's are the same, aren't they? They don't exist. Bring the 1 over the other side, T will equal minus 5. Anybody get that? Okay. Yes?
But I'm not going to tap our writing the slope is minus 4 over 3.
Not enough. Yeah, not enough for higher, unfortunately. Alright, to get 10 right, you have to show the slope formula and equating it towards the. It depends on the market scheme any given year, but we weren't given it for that this time around. Find the distance of K, the distance between the point 10K and L1. What is L1 again? What's the equation for the line? It gives it in the question.
3x minus 4y minus
What?
minus 12 equals 0.
Minus 12 equals 0, is it? And the point 10. Okay. What it says distance, doesn't it? Distance of a point to a line. Rory, what equation should we use then? Distance of a point to a line.
The modulus was sort of.
Yeah.
Over a squared minus x squared.
A squared plus b squared.
B squared, yeah.
Good man, right? What's the A, B, and C value, Rory?
3, 4, 12.
Not 4, and not 12
Oh,
either.
minus 4, sorry, yeah.
It's alright. Now, what's the x1, y1 value?
You got x1, y1. You got minus. Oh, wait, no, have it as 10 and k, isn't it?
The x1, y1 value is always the point that's off the line.
Yeah.
If the point was on the line, what would the d value be?
0.
0. It'll turn out to be 0 because it's on the line. Okay? So, put it in here and you get d equals the modulus of 3 times 10 minus 4 times k minus 12 all over the square root of 3 squared plus minus 4 squared. D therefore 30 minus 12 18 minus 4k all over. Please make sure the modulus signs are there. I went a bit soft on you. The modulus signs need to be there to be certain about that, right? So just keep the modulus signs. Everybody alright with that? Who got that out? 18 minus 4k over 5? It says in terms of k, so you don't have to do anything else. You're finished with the question. Doesn't ask you to solve, doesn't ask you to find the k value, doesn't ask you anything like that.
We should just give me the marks there then, even though I went on.
I did.
You only need
Yeah.
3.
You didn't wrap it up. It was
Oh.
say 5. You didn't. Had you put down the 5, you would have. All right. Squeezing more marks, Will.
Yeah.
All right, guys. 10k is a bisector of the angles. What's a bisector? So if I gave you a random angle like this, we're talking about this angle here. What's a bisector? Cuts it in half. So a line that cuts that in half. Now what you know is about a line that cuts that in half? Its perpendicular spacing to the two lines is always going to be what?
Same.
It's always going to be the same, isn't it? As in L1 will equal L2. Get another. L3 will equal L4. That makes sense? Alright, we're good. Now, what it says is that one of these points is 10k. What would that mean and I won't use L1, L2 again for a second. Okay. L1 is up here, and L2 is down here. L1 and L2 are now the two black lines. What does that mean for any point on the bisector? Its perpendicular distance will be the same to both of them, won't it? So basically, the red line is the same distance as the purple line. Everybody cool with that? Because it's on the bisector. Now, we already did that to L1, didn't we? That was the last question. What was our answer? 18 minus over 5. The distance of 10k to the line L1. We've already done that. Now we've got to do the distance of the point 10k to the L2. So for L2, what's your A value? A value, guys? B value? C value? Okay. We're going to use the distance formula, aren't we? Is it the same D value as last time? Same D value as last time?
Yeah.
Because the purple line equals the red line. So yes, they will be the same D value. Even though we're talking about two different, geographically they're different, but they're the same length. So AX1, guys, and X1 and Y1 are 10k there. So AX1 is what, guys? 5 times 10, then 12 times k, and at the end, divided by 5 squared plus 12 squared. Now, I can tell you right now that top is going to become 50 minus 20, which is 30, plus 12k, all divided by 25 plus 144 is 169, square root that, you get 13. Okay, we said those two distances are the same, didn't we? So, drag it down. Now these two are going to be equal to each other now, would you agree with that? So 18 minus 4k over 5 is the same thing as 30 plus 12k 13. What does that suggest? Possible values, plural. What type of equation? Currently we have a linear looking system, don't we? What would that suggest? Suggests square both sides. Okay? So it's 18 minus 4k squared over 25. And the other side, 30 plus 12k over 169. Now, it's not good, is it? It's a big one. What's 18 times 18, anybody? I need your help with the calculator. Say, I think it's 324, but I can't be certain.
324.
Okay. 18 times 4 is 72. Double 72. 144. And 16k squared. I'll still need your calculator. That's going to be 900. 30 times 12 is 360. Double to 360. And then 144k squared. Now, here's the very terrible part of this, alright? So I need you all ready to go. Here go 169 by 324. Sam 169 by 144. Rory 169 by 16. Alright, Higgins, what you get for 169 multiplied by 324?
54,706.
Yeah. Sam or
24,336.
300 and? Rory?
2,704.
Yeah. Now, with these numbers, you'd almost think you've gone wrong, wouldn't you? Now, On the other side, 25 times 900. Rory, we 25 times 720. And Higo, 25 times 144. Okay. So what do we get?
22,500.
Okay. Next.
18,000.
On the money. And then last.
3,600.
3,000 or 2,000?
3,600.
Now. Okay. Okay. We're going to bring over the 2704 and take it away from the 3,600. Somebody get on that for me. The yellow one on the right, take away the yellow one on the left.
896.
Okay. This one here, added it on to 18,000. And finally, the last person, if you can do this one here, 22,500, take away 54,756. Okay, what you get here for the middle one?
42,336.
Okay. And then the last part?
Minus 32,256.
Minus 32,000.
256.
Now we're going to take this would be the most gigantic minus b of all time, or what would be another choice? See if we can break it down. They're all even, aren't they? I'm just going to take a real gamble on this. Divide all of them by 896 and see if it goes in equally. Does it go in equally? Will somebody try the middle one divided by 896 and somebody try the last one divided by 896? No?
47.
Minus 36.
Okay, let's divide everything by 4. Let's see if we can break this down a little bit. Divide everything by 4. The first one divided by 4?
6 goes into the second one anyway. Oh, it was with the first one.
4s?
224.
224. The next one divided by 4. Quick sound that goes in. 10,000 and 584, yeah. The third one? 8,000 and? Okay, divide by 4 again.
56.
Yeah, middle one goes in. I know they both go in. Doesn't matter. Tell me how much they go in by.
2,646.
Yeah. Last one. 2001. 2001. Alright, so that one's stopped now at this stage, hasn't it? So now we're going to do the minus b anyway. So look, it didn't break down suitably for us anyway. So A equals 56, B equals 2646, and C.
2016, the last one, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Big O is 2016.
Yeah. Do you think that was 0 there? The second one?
Divided by 4.
And there was something wrong.
So it does divide by another.
2016?
Try divide it by 8 this time, guys. I think I might divide by 8. I think 7k squared, and then that one will divide by 8, I think. Or does it?
6.
It doesn't. So let's try 4, will we? Sorry guys, let's try 4. 4 doesn't divide into them. So that's as far as we're going to get. Okay, look, we might as well do the minus b anyway. I think we've decided we're doing the minus b anyway at this stage. So minus 2646 plus or minus the square root of what? Somebody get on the calculator with this one. Okay, can somebody please tell me what happens in here? 730. 730? Oh, so it went in evenly, like. Oh, that's great. So plus or minus 2730. 30 all divided by 112. Okay. Put that. Will somebody do the plus version? Somebody else do the minus version? Higo, you're on plus. Sam, you're on the minus. And give me both answers.
84.
What?
Plus it's 84.
84.
Plus 1. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, I forgot that.
84.
I did fraction then.
K is 84.
No, I dropped it fraction.
Oh, 84 divided by 112. And what did you guess on? What did you get?
Minus 48.
Division, here you go. Division.
I can't. Minus 2,670.
Brackets.
304.
Then this.
304.
Okay, he got minus 48 with an assist. And what did you get, Higo?
I got 304.
3 over 4. There we are. Yeah? I might get that one now. No takers. Alright. That was tougher than pretty much most things you've seen recently. Alright. If K is bigger than 0, lads. If K is bigger than 0, find the distance from P to L1. L1's distance was 18 minus 4K over 5. One of the K values is below 0, the other one is above. If we have to take the above version, it's got to be 3/4. Do you got that? So what we have to do is replace K with 3/4. So it's going to be 18 minus 4 times 3/4, which is basically what? Basically 3 over 5. It's 15 over 5, which makes the distance 3. Okay, so that worked out nice and easy. And that's us for today.